Did you look at any alternative solutions before knocking on our door?
Yes, we've already got 2 solutions we run in some of our other resorts. Those solutions we felt had to be altered so much to suit our business that actually what we end up is a system that's not 100% what we really need. Hence why we come to yourself to work with you within a system that will actually suit what we want and do everything we need.
You're quite complex, aren't you? Because you've got multiple revenue streams. I know that you do traditional holiday home sales, holiday sales, you've got some golfing revenue as well. And in terms of a technology stack, you're quite advanced as well because you use things like ANPR. Do you feel that the elite solutions will be able to satisfy the requirement of all your revenue streams with one system, or do you think you still need some peripheral systems?
I'd like to think that we'll grow with elite, and anything that isn't covered by elite currently, we'll work with elite to get it.
Yeah.
Part of that system, that's my vision, I suppose, is that we have one system across our group rather than multiple systems, and that elite will look at other ways of working their system, working with sort of the other extra things we do like golf and all these other areas that we have as revenue streams.
In terms of the criteria you're looking for, obviously with a park management system or an IT solution, there's 2 components. There's the technology and the functionality, and there's the organisation and their culture. What was the differences that you found between what Elite was offering and other parties?
As I said before, Elite were offering a package that we felt covered everything we did, which was really important to us. Rather than having 2 or 3 systems on a site, we'd have one system to do everything.
Yeah.
It would also allow us, if some of our team are moving around sites, they're not moving to different systems, which is really difficult. So from a sort of kind of management support point of view, a manager could go in and it'd be the same system on all of our sites. So they wouldn't need to learn a new system if they're going to support a site.
Okay. It's interesting that you mentioned that from a cost point of view, because I believe that there's a perception in the market that Elite Dynamics and our solutions are very expensive, but you did a comparison and they're comparable, and you do get more in terms of the modules.
And we did a comparison with three different systems. None of them could firstly do what we needed it to do, not as a complete package. So you were having to buy 2 or 3 systems to do it. But ultimately, when we looked at the costs, then Elite was the better value because it did everything we needed it to do.
And how do you see digitisation benefiting yourself as an organisation, but also your customers?
I think it'll speed things up. We were talking about how we could speed up the check-in process, make that slicker for people to use, look at being able to do bookings on mobile phones. I think for me, it's the market's come a long way in the last 10 years. I think it will continue to do so. And I want to ensure while I work for Darwin that we stay on top of our game and we keep up to speed with all the new technologies that are available to make our guest experience far better than, hopefully everybody else, but I'm sure everybody else will be doing the same as well. And other resort companies would tell you the same thing. They want theirs to be the best. But I want our guest experience to be as good as we can make it, but I don't want to lose the personal touch within our sort of resorts.
Yeah. As you're aware, the Elite Park system sits on Microsoft Business Central. And as part of that Microsoft stack, we've got CRM and Power BI for reporting. Are you comfortable as a business to adopt the total Microsoft stack? And what benefits do you think it'll bring if you do?
Yeah, we are comfortable to do it. I think it'll benefit from an accounts point of view to be able to report to myself and other sort of senior management team very quickly areas that we might need to look at. It'll give us a very, very ongoing live record of what we're doing. And I think that everybody wants reports nowadays, and I think you want them to be accurate and efficient. And if it can create reports really quickly and they give you the information you want, then that's got to be a benefit to any company to be able to do that. It allows you to track your business almost in a day-to-day, hour-by-hour sort of process, which I think is really important for businesses nowadays.
How far do you think we can benefit each other going forward, and what's your picture of the future?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it will be a success for both of us. For the future, I hope that Elite is able to grow with us with looking at some of the areas we can help them grow in, like they've maybe never got involved in, golf and things like that, how that might work. For us, ultimately, it will be growing a system that we will understand as a company going forward, and it will, as I've said before, in my view, it will keep moving with the times, sort of future-proof our company, so we won't be behind the times with what we want to do. And I think we will keep growing both in size, but also, things grow in complexity within companies now. and we're looking at different ways of revenue, golf, how does that work? So I think that'll be a great growing experience for both of us over the next few years.
I think one of the things that's important to us is that we maintain our customer engagement with all our customers, regardless of their size. But with you guys, I think it'd be more of a strategic alignment. I'm hopeful that we can bring to you digital revolution. How do you think that'll benefit your customers, which is obviously the most important part of what you're trying to do?
Ultimately, it'll be speed. It'll be that guest experience when people arrive. It'll be something that's efficient, but still keeps the guest at heart. Mm-hmm. I think from a sales point of view, it will allow us to be able to keep a good track of things. Things will be up to date for our owners. And I think that's really important to owners to know that they're everything they deal with Darwin is up to date. And I think for me, that's really important. We look after all these guests because ultimately they're the ones that pay us, which allow us to work with yourselves.
Yeah. In your own words, Drew, how would you describe Elite Dynamics?
I think the forefront of a system for resorts to use. Our dealings with yourself and your team, I've always found to be very engaging. I think it's very much two-way. I think that's really important. And for me, as I said before, I still think it was the only system ultimately that could do everything we wanted, really.